So Kirsten Gillibrand released an ad for her campaign. Let's take a look at it, and then we'll come back and discuss.
Our anthem calls America the home of the brave. But we don't realize that the lyrics first pose it as a question. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave? It asks, will brave win? Well, it hasn't always, and it isn't right now. Brave doesn't pit people against each other. Brave doesn't put money over lives. Brave doesn't spread hate, cloud truth, build a wall.
Children can be separated and sent.
That's what fear does. We need to remember what it feels like to be brave. We launched ourselves into space and landed on the moon. If we can do that, we can definitely achieve universal health care. We can provide paid family leave for all, end gun violence, pass a Green New Deal, get money out of politics, and take back our democracy. None of this is impossible. Americans are brave every day. The father risking his job to fight for his family. The mom taking on 6 a.m. shifts and 6 p.m. classes. The formerly well-behaved women speaking up. The neighbors linking arms. They're making a choice, and it's these brave choices that inspire me to take on the fights others won't. When I voted against the Wall Street bailout while both parties threw billions at the banks, when I took on the Pentagon to end sexual assault in the military, when I turned a red district blue against all odds, when I challenged Congress by making my meetings, finances, and taxes public so people could see I was working for them, I took your lead. I chose brave too.
We need a leader who makes big, bold, brave choices.
Someone who isn't afraid of progress. That's why I'm running for president, and it's why I'm asking you for your support. Our anthem asks a question, forcing every generation to make a choice. Will brave win?
Will brave win?
Will brave win?
Will brave win? Will brave win?
Will brave win?
Will brave win?
Let's answer for ours.
So she's doing the official launch of her campaign. To this point, I think it's been more, I'm launching an exploratory committee. And then I guess now she's making it official and she's jumping in and she's doing it at Trump International, which is a little weird. I know you're trying to do like a troll type thing, but okay. The thing I didn't like about the ad was this shitty fucking, like, the brave angle of it. Well, why do they do this? Like, why do you do this fucking trying to make it like a grandiose story? You know, we're the home of the brave. Maybe we should act like it. Just tell me what you're going to do, okay? Just tell me what you're going to do. Now, to be fair to her, after the goofy home of the brave stuff, she did start hitting people with policy. She said we could do universal health care, although she didn't use the words Medicare for all, but she did say universal health care. She said paid family leave, Green New Deal. So, listen, this is what's going to happen, is the more clever politicians, the more clever centrists are going to co-opt the language of the left because they know that that's the path to victory. They know that running openly on centrism, you're going to be like Cloud Boot Jar or Howard Schitz, and you're going to go nowhere. So they know that they have to co-opt the language of the left. It's just a matter of whether or not they really believe it. And whether or not they really believe it, well, the best indicator is probably their record. So for those of you who don't know, well, you know what? Go check out my initial video on Kirsten Gillibrand. I'm not going to go into all of her policies here, but when she announced originally, I went through her entire record. Go check that out. That's a really important video, and it gives you the full context of who Kirsten Gillibrand is. But here's some things I haven't mentioned to this point. She spent 4 years as a Philip Morris lawyer, and she was just recently hosted by some Pfizer executives doing a fundraiser. So the fact that she was willing to say in this ad, let's get money out of politics, when she just did a big money bundling dinner with Pfizer executives, tells me she's a liar. That doesn't bother her. It doesn't bother her to lie. And she cares about getting elected. That's first and foremost. So just know that about her, okay? And again, I've told you guys from the beginning that I think there's going to be at least one corporatist who makes a run. It's not. We're not going to be able to get through this election season without biting our nails a little bit. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So Bernie's the favorite. We're going to do everything we can to get Bernie elected. But there are going to be some candidates who put up a little bit of a challenge. I don't know how big of a challenge, but there's going to be a little bit of a challenge. And I don't know which corporatist it's going to be. My guess is Kamala. Despite what all the evidence says right now, my guess is Kamala's going to make a little run. But it's possible it could be Kirsten Gillibrand. She has decent instincts, decent political instincts. Bet on my stork. If you had told me a while ago, hey, is it going to be bet on my stork who makes a run? A while ago, I probably would have said yeah. Now, I do not think it's going to be bet on my stork. I think his political instincts aren't that great. He's going to shove his foot in his mouth 1,000 times. He's gaffe prone. He's platitude, cliche prone. And there's going to be candidates who are just more robust and who are better. Even Kirsten Gillibrand is better at campaigning than bet on my stork. So even though the establishment is coalescing around bet on my stork now, I don't think it's going to be him that ultimately makes the run. He's going to be more like the Jeb of 2020, if you will. But Kirsten Gillibrand, she can maybe make the run. I still think it's more likely to be Kamala, but somebody's going to give Bernie a little bit of a run, and we're going to be biting our nails a little bit. But she's at least flexing her political instincts in this, and they're not bad. But we're relying on the media and people to realize her record does not match the rhetoric. And that's a big ask. But right now she is polling very low, and her name recognition isn't high, so who knows if it's going to be her. But there it is. There's her launch video. A lot of disingenuous stuff, but the strategy is not bad if she drops the goofy bravery stuff. When she just hammers on the policy substance, that's going to help her.